Hey everyone, I'm Thomas. So I just wanted to kind of do a quick intro video on, the purpose of this video or the purpose of this channel altogether. Who am I? I'm American. I'm married to a Nepali wife. So that kind of like builds up the whole reason, learn Nepali. Right. So kind of overarching goal of this channel, I want to learn Nepali. I want to learn more Nepal culture, and I want to explore more Hinduism. As you can see behind me, it's kind of high on my list of things to learn more about as well. Um, and then also, I want to make sure that I'm in a better position for when we do have children one day, be able to help teach and, hey, here's what I learned. Here you go, son or daughter or both. Let me help teach as well as what mom can teach. Um, so let's talk about like those goals. Learn Nepali. Where am I at right now? I can read the script, right? Devanagari. I can read it slowly. It's There's some that come to me better than others because we write the more common ones that are used in words. But there are some that I have issues with pronunciation, as well as have issues with just recognition because it doesn't come up as much, like nya, right? Um, a couple of those just don't come as much in the words that I've been learning. So of course, it's more difficult to remember and recall. I do have some children's books that I'm using to kind of like get used to the script, even if I don't necessarily know the words. It's very difficult in the United States to find any Nepali text. So, by the way, anyone watching this video, there is a market for it in the United States. Bring it over, create it yourself, something. People like me that are interested will consume it. Um, and I'm also, I helped learn the script by using Duolingo with Hindi, right? Because it's the same script, or at least mostly the same, and that really helped kind of like get that long-term memory going, as well as Anki, right? A couple words that I'm like comfortable with, ho, hoina, cha, china, like that makes sense to me, um, as well as timi, ta, the differences of formality levels, and still just like very early on, tapai hun hunta, um, just kind of taking all that in, and I'm learning more and bettering my pronunciation. So that's kind of goal number one. Um, what I kind of plan on doing is having my wife create sentences using, um, complete Nepali. A combination of that, as well as just kind of like, here's the words that you're learning. Break it apart in smaller chunks, right? Lesson one in here is honestly a little big, so let's break apart lesson one into 3 different lessons, and then create kind of like a Pimsleur or Mango language style multiple sentences from that. And that's what I intend on doing. And if it's successful with me, I'm probably going to put it in an app, just as like a quick demo, and see if people are interested in it. And if it ends up being well received, I'll probably create subsequent lessons for I don't know, $1 for or $2 to retain for life. I don't like subscription models. If you pay for something, you should get to own it, right? You should get to, this is my copy that I forever get to have. It's here. Anyways, here beside that point. Um, Nepal culture. That's kind of the second goal of the channel. I really want to learn more about the culture of Nepal, whether religious as well, but kind of like more about the history of Nepal, the different ethnic groups, and just kind of like my wife's Newar. So kind of learn more about them. Obviously, I will not be trying to learn Newari. That is, if there's limited resources for Nepali, the limits for Newari is so much more so. So, I'll take what I can. But just honestly, I've already learned a lot about the fact that I love momos and I like making momos with my wife. So, and just kind of more about Nepali foods. Honestly, it's much healthier for you than what's in American food. So it's enjoyable. And the third big goal of the channel is to learn more about Hinduism, in particular. Kind of where I'm currently at is I've watched the 2013 series of Mahabharat, I've also listened to an abridged Ramayana and 2 different versions of Bhagavad Gita. Uh, I would consider myself mostly Hindu, right? I have a strong veneration for also the old European gods. You can see some of them over here, as well as the Hindu gods, and then also the Shinto kami. So I just strong veneration for them, and it's kind of a huge shame that Christianity wiped out so many of them. That I mean, almost completely. It's not. I mean, today there's some worshipers, but it's not what it was. It's not what it was for thousands of years. Um, so, kind of personal goal. I'm kind of a little mixed there. So I do ultimately. I'm on like a spiritual journey right now as well. So you can actually see over here. I've got pretty much a bunch of major translations of spiritual texts, but Vivek de Broy recently passed away. Great person to have translated so many of these or actually Purans, right? The Brahma Puran, just so many. I've ended up going out and purchasing what I can, what I get my hands on. It's really difficult to find a decent copy of the Vedas that just includes all Upanishads and just everything else. So that's weird. Like the core text of Hinduism, a complete English translation is just difficult to get. So you would think that would be like first and foremost an easy purchase to make, but it's not. Anyways, uh, that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm also reading other religious texts and of other religions. You probably see up there Egyptian Book of the Dead, right? I want to learn more about that where I can. Um, and just even some of the old Zoroastrian religions, just kind of take it all in and see what the good, the bad, the ugly, the evil that may come from some religions. Who knows? But ultimately, I've definitely settled that I've kind of like made a decision that just Hinduism is beautiful, and there's just a beautiful um, message about kind of living in the present and respect for others and growing as a community. Um, so many life lessons. A lot of the Krishna lessons that came out of Mahabharata, just there was times where I found myself tearing up. So it's beautiful. So that's where I'm at. That's what this channel is for, and I can't wait to share more with you all. So thank you.